Up till now, we've discussed ways of developing a resilient attitude and the impact of having a healthier frame of mind so we can better handle emergency situations.
What ties all of this together is developing realistic plans that enable you to be prepared in the event of a major crisis.
While no one wants to think about a serious upheaval by way of a pandemic or disaster, we still need to be ready. Having plans in place makes coping easier and can give us more of a sense of control.
In fact, there are two different scenarios which we have to prepare for. Evacuation is one, and staying in place is another. A tornado or hurricane could mean that you would have to leave your home for days or even weeks.
On the other hand, a pandemic flu can mean that we're confined to our homes or restricted from face-to-face contact with each other.
Start with a communication plan. Just knowing in advance how family members will contact each other if you become separated will provide real peace of mind.
If possible, have an out-of-state contact who can serve as a central communication point for all family members.
And while most of us seem to rely on cell phones, they are not always going to work, especially in large-scale disasters.
Think of what a relief it would be to get in touch with family members just so you could hear their voice and know they're safe.
You'll also want to have a financial plan. In the event of an emergency, your bank may not be open. ATM machines might not work.
So it's a good idea to have some cash on hand because in a real crisis, it may be the only way to pay for food or a hotel room if you have to leave your home.
Make sure you have a medical plan too. Look, everybody's medical needs are different, but having a supply of your own medication available and ready to go at a moment's notice could mean an added assurance that you will be able to follow your daily medical routine.
You'll also want to have copies of your prescriptions and other important medical documents.
And don't forget serial numbers off your medical equipment, such as wheelchairs and oxygen tanks.
Speaking of documents, you'll want to have a document plan as well.
This could include bank or credit card account numbers, insurance policies, and social security number.
And don't forget passports, wills, driver's licenses, and other important information.
Even better, just put copies of all these important documents in a box that is fire resistant, waterproof, and portable.
That way, when you have to leave in a hurry, all of your important documents are ready to go too.
We also need to have a food plan in place. This would mean having plenty of non-perishable foods and bottled water on hand. Whether you're sheltering in place or evacuating, you will need food.
And don't forget food for your pets. You don't want them to go hungry either. In fact, you'll need all these plans whether you stay or go. But if you have to leave your home, you will need to have an evacuation plan.
So set a pre-arranged meeting point so everyone in your family can go to it if it is not possible to go home.
Being able to meet up with your loved ones and the security that brings could be the boost you and your family need to get through whatever challenges you're facing.
In the case of a flu pandemic or a major blizzard, you may be isolated in your home for a long period of time.
I kind of like blizzards. It's a great time to get in some good reading and have quality time with family.
But you won't enjoy it very much if you don't have food in the cupboard or something to drink in the fridge. So when possible, you should try to be prepared for at least 72 hours.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
And in the case of an emergency that forces you from your home, non-perishable foods are easier to take with you to eat while you're on the move.
I could still bring my book along.
Okay, agreed. Even having something to do like board games and books can make staying home or traveling in the car a lot easier.
It's easy to understand that having a set of plans is a major asset in an emergency and will really add to your resilience.